So, found out the camera. I was like, why is this taking so long to transfer? This morning it took forever to transfer. I was like, I didn't record that much. Apparently I had 12 and a half, almost 12 minutes of footage where I thought the camera was off. Also, yeah, well, I told you about it.
Yeah.
I noticed this giant file. I'm like, really? I recorded that much? No, it's because apparently when I was walking back into the locker room, I was holding the camera in a weird way or something, and it bumped it, and it started recording again because I didn't flip the thing closed. Because I thought it was just going to be a couple minutes taking off all my gear and all the sweaty stuff and talking to people. It's only going to be 5 minutes. I don't always direct very well, Aaron.
But you're still usually better than me.
I'm better than a lot of people, but there are times when I don't direct very well. So yeah, that was that. I think since it is a relatively coherent video and there's no like nudity or anything in it, I'll go put it up on later today. After like Aaron's meetings and stuff are done, I'll just upload it straight to YouTube and
Patreon.
yeah, a little $5 or more sort of perk thing. It's hilarious. There's not much going on because the camera's just like sitting on its side like that. So you're not gonna see much except for like a big coat hook like right in the middle. But if you want to listen to it, Patreons, go ahead. It's kind of hilarious. And it is, I guess it would be called unadulterated locker room talk because I didn't think I was recording, so I'm not censoring myself in any way. And yeah, anyways. So yeah, I'm heading off to my thing now. It's at 11 o'clock, so we'll see how that goes. I don't think it's going to be a really short appointment because if I read right, they need to take the breathing test, then like wait after they give me a bronchodilator. So I'm not taking I'll take it so they can see what I am taking. Anyways, but yeah, and then I'll take the bag. Should I take the backpack? No, I'll just take the bag, sling it over my shoulder. I'm not going far. And then I'll just go grocery shopping after that. But with as much groceries I'm getting, I could put it in the bucket. Whew. So that's not my bike. Anyways, yeah, so that breathing test was a thing. I didn't have to do like the cardio test where I was like, had the mouthpiece in, I was just sitting in a chair on a breathing machine. She didn't seem, so this is just a tech to run it. I will have an appointment later tonight while I'm cooking tacos actually. But I'd much rather have an assessment as soon as possible rather than, you know, wait till like Wednesday and then finally hear on Wednesday that, oh, well, you can't really do anything at the practice. I'm like, well, so yeah, that's good. She, like I said, you know when something is relatively not shocking? When the tech isn't shocked by anything. Anybody who's had a serious medical test about something, if the tech is like, oh, oh, you know, they make those sounds. Like even, like even when I broke the collarbone, the after the x-ray, like I knew it was broke. Obviously, I was in the emergency room, but like the guy came back, he goes, well, it's certainly broke. And I'm like, like, there's just how they phrase it. Anyways, got a street sweeper coming in. I will talk to you guys at Albertine. I'm literally like 2 blocks away. So what I was meaning by back there about the lady, the tech, is that when she's not shocked, it's relatively okay. It means I'm not like horribly out of shape with my lungs. In fact, you know, it might be that I see later that my lungs are actually in really good shape and that they're like, why did you come in for a test? Like, it's possible that that's a thing. because, and it could just be the fact that Aaron is right and we're just narrowing down the physical complications, that it's just my anxiety that's causing my heart rate to be oh so much higher, like 20 beats more, like sitting there for 10 minutes waiting for the Ventolin to kick in. I was sitting there in the quiet watching their little advert and all I could see was and I took my pulse on my phone, which is close to correct. I mean, I can't necessarily trust the phone completely, but you know, I didn't want to sit there with my finger on my neck, obviously checking my pulse for a whole minute. But yeah, I had a pulse of like 81 just sitting down for like 5 minutes, which anxiety all the time. Either that or I'm just like stuck at a high pulse or something. We'll figure this one out. I will actually save the very end of the vlog and I'll record after my call and see what the doctor says, so that I don't have to delay this until tomorrow for you guys. Okay, so last time you guys saw me, I was in Albertheim explaining how that whole appointment went. They wound up calling me earlier than I thought, which I was like, having a doctor call me at 7:30 at night? I mean, I guess it makes sense that I would be home at that time and not busy at work, but I was like, it seems a little late, but...
Yeah, my eye doctors won't call me after 6 because they're not in the office anymore.
Yeah, so they called me early, and so Aaron and I are just gonna go for a little walk. Do I need to, maybe care to have him out? I need a bike ride with him today. Anyways. So with the whole idea of the bike rides, and what I felt it really was when I was on my way back and I was having to, little bit of gusts of breeze and I had really heavy groceries, and that's where I felt it in the inside of my knee. when I was trying to keep the bike balanced due to a really heavy basket.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's gonna rain, but Boundrunner tells me not even 0.1 millimeter per hour. So we just happen to have, but yeah, I've got my marks. Here, you can see that one, and then that one, and I've got ones on my biceps. Those are nice looking. When you get entangled, when you get all fussed up with a, I don't know why I was about ready to hit forward. With a lineman, you tend to, it's just how it goes for the box. Of course, it's gonna be weird if it literally starts raining, and I'm like, but everything told me it wasn't going to today. Anyways, so, what's the result of this breathing test that I did? It looks normal. So the doctor has sent, because of how the system works here, he doesn't get to refer me to the other specialist. He needs to send a request to the house arts, and Vicky will then put in a request to the cardiologist. And if that comes up normal, it'll most likely be doing the whole on fitness test, the whole like cardio test where I'm like breathing with a thing on my mouth and running and walking on a treadmill.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, because I have nothing wrong with my lungs. He's like, it looks normal. He goes, and that's what I was saying earlier. The technician didn't even have that. Let's do that again. Like there wasn't even any hiccups. Like she was just like, she sounded bored during the whole thing, which means, guess what?
Nothing abnormal.
Nothing abnormal. Or not, whoa. Which I've had on some tests where they're like, whoa. So, something is wrong. The doctor doesn't even think I effectively have asthma, even. I mean, he says maybe a stress-induced asthma, but on the breathing test, it doesn't even look like you do have it. And I'm like, what? And so it's just, It was just shocking. I mean, I expected him to say something like, yeah, I could see how, you know, something in your breathing, I don't know what they would have figured out from the breathing test that would say this, but I could see how a stress-induced asthma could happen from that. And I'm like, but that's the thing. My weird logic says, and I understand that stress, a physical stress and a mental stress are drastically different things. But if the body thinks it's under attack, it's going to start breathing heavily, 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 heavily. And I have been, at least twice since we've been living here, having major panic attacks and not having any coughing or wheezing. I'm breathing fast and deep.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah.
that's been kind of my question. So we'll do the cardio, or the pulmonologist. Oh, no, that was the pulmonology. Because it's the cardiopulmonary. So it is the cardio. And I don't know, that I might ask him about a blood test to see. Like, one of the things in my head was like, well, if the heart's fine, you know, like the pulse is high, but like the pressure's fine and the heart at a resting is relatively okay. Like, if all that's fine, we need to check up the makeup of the blood, because for some reason, you know, maybe I don't have enough oxygen getting around the body. So my brain thinks it's drowning. I don't, like, I'm starting to come up with like crazy stuff going on right now. But I was like, I've even thought, like, am I anemic? What are some good sources of iron in the diet?
Red meat.
No, look at Google. Eat that. Oh, okay. I don't eat mushrooms. That's it. I'm just dying because I don't eat mushrooms.
Or chicken.
Actually, chicken's not on that list.
Well, no, it's not good for iron, but it's good for protein.
Yes, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like beans. Like, if anyone was anemic, it'd probably be you, because we don't eat a lot of meat and you don't eat any beans, so.
I eat a fair amount of meat.
True. That's true. But anyways, that's that. We're going for a walk to get a little bit of exercise in and all that jazz. Gets Aaron out of the house and it's not super hot and it's not super cold. But my knee's feeling a little bit funky, so sorry, we have like two ideas happening at the same time here. And so I really didn't go to the gym, because if I'm at the gym, I'm gonna go at the gym and I could strain the inside of the knee. So tomorrow I may just go on a super long bike ride. Help the cardio and not stress the knee too terribly much. Low impact exercises.
Yeah.